Joseph Curry here. Welcome to the Joseph Curry Show. We're starting this new time. Joseph Curry Show starts Monday to Friday at 8 o'clock tonight. We're here to talk about the action. We're here to talk about the whole stuff that went down. 2020 is just one day away of being over. And this has been a blast day for real. A blast day for real. 2 more days and 2020 is finished. And so, all I have to say is, this has been the worst year we ever seen in 2020. And now it is what it is. And now it's time for 2020 to say goodbye. Tomorrow, it's time to say goodbye to 2020. Yep, it's a terrible time, a terrible year, and it is what it is, and hopefully for 2021 a better future, and the better years to come. And somehow and so far and some way, this is what's going on, and this is what's happened. But what's going to happen was, now it's President Donald Trump, and you look at this people, he encourages people to come to Washington next week, on the 6th day of January, will be next week in Washington, D.C. And it's going to be wild, and it's going to be something else that's going on. So, what is on Donald Trump's mind? What is on his mind for real? And that's I can make sure I know the deals and I know the dates, everything that goes around. And I don't get it. And people don't get it too. But here's what Donald Trump just said. Okay? And this is what will happen, and this is what's going on, and this is what planned the results of the presidential election. Here's what has happened, folks. What has happened all this time is that President Donald Trump means business. He means unfinished business. But you can't do anything about it. And this is what's going on. This has happened. He talks about fake news. He's talking about something else, and then he's talking about this and that. This is what he tweeted today. And he says, January 6th, see you in D.C. This is what's happening. Then he goes on and he tweets. He tweets and he tweets. So this is how that he was going to fight. He was going to fight the results of this election. This is all about Donald Trump, folks. This is all about him, and he's looking for a fight for real. He's looking to turn things around, and yes it is. Now this is what is going on, and this is what's going to happen. Now, here's the look, folks. This is what's going on. It says, the presidential election was on November 3rd. Most news organizations pronouncing Joe Biden and Kamala Harris the winners a few days later. States clarified their results by December the 8th, and electoral college made on December 14th. But there's still a bit of election business to wrap up between now and January 20th, when Biden and Harris will be inaugurated as next president and vice president of the United States. On January the 6th, Congress will meet in a joint sessions to formally court the electoral college votes submitted by the states. The electoral votes are carried into the chamber in alternate boxes. Members of Congress look them over, and they are incredible vice president, acting as Senate president, declares the winners. Now, in this case, it will be Vice President Mike Pence declaring the victory for his opponents. It will be a tough pill to swallow, but other vice presidents had in the past, including Richard Nixon in 1961 and Al Gore in 2001. The states had already counted the votes cast by their electors. Biden won with a total of electoral votes and compare with President Trump, 232 with 270 electoral college votes are needed to win. Biden also won the popular vote by over 7 million votes. But since November 3rd, Trump has refused to concede defeat to Biden. The president continues to falsely claim he has really won the election. Essentially a widespread vote fraud. Trump's most estimated supporters are clinging to what is almost essentially a fascinating overturning the results of the election in Congress. The Electoral Court Acts of 1887 requires the vice president to preside over the vertical or electoral college votes in the larger and ceremony capital and to affirm the winner of the presidential election. Rep. Louis Graham, all Texas, and a group of Arizona Republicans filed a lawsuit in the U.S. District Court on Sunday against Pence. Now, arguing that the 1887 law is unconstitutional and yet he should be legally advised to pick pro-Trump elections on January the 6th. Vice President Pence. Now, in his capitulation as President of Senate and presiding officer of January the 6th, 2021, joint sessions of Congress under the 12th Amendment is subjected and subject to the requirements of the 12th Amendment and may exercise the exclusive authority and sole discretion in determining which electoral votes to count for a given state, and the lawsuit contends. Now, Trump's GOP allies could also take another avenue. If at least one House member and one senator object to the results, the objection is put to a vote after 2 hours of debate. A handful of Republicans in the House, including Rep. Jody Hines, who was re-elected, has said they will object to the electoral results in Georgia, one of the states in which Trump is legally involved in water business. Now, on the Senate side, it's less sensitive. Incoming Republican Senator Tommy Tuberville of Alabama has suggested but not confirmed that he may also launch an objection. Now, the effort to draw the election to Trump will need to pass by a majority in both chambers. Even if the vote fails on party lines, it will be defeated by the Democratic majority in the House. Several Senate Republicans oppose it, including Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who has provoked Trump's wrath as a result. So it's hard to imagine a situation in which the object to a single state's votes goes everywhere, let alone the multiple states that will be needed to change the election results. So hold tight. Even though our calendars may change on January the 1st, the 2020 is a cry over until the Vice President has spoken. First, the whole stuff has going up and continuing, and on January the 6th, Trump will be there. Trump will be there in the tour. But how? How did you do this? How do people ever do it if you have to be a vote? We have to hand off for their life. We have to do whatever they're going to have to do. And people are going to be scared, well, Trump will win. Trump will win. But anyway. And Trump wants the protest to be stand. He wants to have protesters in Washington, D.C. And as a result, and now, that's going to be Donald Trump's last chance, folks. Donald Trump's last chance. But it is what it is. Now, do you know what Donald Trump's going to do? Do you know what Donald Trump's going to do? I don't know. I really don't know. So now it's just, well, anyway, there goes, here comes Trump. Here comes Donald Trump. And he wants the protesters to go wild in the White House. This is going to be something that's going to be interesting. And this is going to be the most craziest thing that he gives us about now. It is what it is. And this is what it's all about. This is going on, and this is going on and on. And yes, it is. This is what it's all about. Folks, this is all about some stupid stuff we ever seen here in the White House. Outside the White House. And it says a former top interim to Vice President Mike Pence said on Monday that she feared that violence could erupt in Washington, D.C. on January the 6th, the day Congress is scheduled to meet to finalize the results of the 2020 presidential election. Oh my goodness. Now, Overlord Troy, who has been a vocal critic of the Trump administration since leaving the White House in August, told MSNBC she was very concerned that there will be violence because the president himself is a coordinator. This is what he does. He tweets, he insists it. He gets his followers and supporters to behave in this manner. And these people think that they're being patriotic because they are supporting Donald Trump, she said. Now this is about to go on and on and on, and it's been now for months, for weeks. And it says in the terms of his legislature, this is a president who calls himself the president of law and order. And we have seen everything but that. Troy continued, we had a bombing on Christmas Day. We have protests in the streets. This is all out of control. She added, if this the legislature that he wants, he essentially has it. Earlier this month, Trump, who has still not conceded to President-elect Joe Biden, promised his supporters there will be a wide rally in the Capitol on the day of Congress vote. At least 2 downtown businesses have announced that they shut their doors that day out of concern for staff and guests. While we cannot control what happens outside the hotel, we are taking the administration's steps to protect the safety of all visitors, guests, and employees. Hotel Heritage, which has been a gathering spot for Trump supporters and members of the fifth white group. I don't want to say this. This is all about stuff's going on. The whole stuff's going on. Just it is what it is. So, folks, on January the 6th, we're after the day of the Senate race between the Republicans and the Democrats, and it's all about this and all this one. 2021 is just around the corner. It will be better in 2021, but on January the 6th, is it going to be ugly or not? Hopefully not. For the Joseph Crudup Show on YouTube Live, I'm Joseph Crudup. So long, everybody.